Hey, you are awesome, and you're tuned into TriboVision. Does anyone remember Kathy Freeman of Australia running to victory in the 400 meters in the Sydney Games? Am I bringing back the speed suit? No, actually I'm just cold, and so I'm hoping that these exercise demonstrations for the 4th week of November will warm me up, and I think that's going to happen. So Coach JZ, here I am, and just honored and so excited to be with you, and thank you for being a Training Tribe member. So this week we're in our deload week, so we're backing off just a tad on intensity and volume. However, there's still quite a bit of uniqueness in this week's sessions, and since it's Thanksgiving week, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for you. We're going to jump right into some workouts that have flexible scheduling again. And so what we've got this week, and I'm just looking at the monitor over here, we've got a workout A to be done 1 to 2 times this week, whatever you can fit in, whatever feels right for you. A workout B also done 1 to 2 times, and a B2 done once. So feel free to mix and match and have some fun with this. This is perhaps our most, or our least structured, or most unstructured week of each month, and so definitely want you to play with it. Okay, the warm-up for the workout A is actually kind of sensory oriented. It uses the isometrics, and it's a flow series. I'm going to demonstrate each of the positions. I'll probably only hold for a few seconds, but you're going to do 2 rounds of 10 seconds each. So we start off with the left leg forward lunge, and that would be a 10-second hold. Then immediately go into a full squat and hold, hopefully rock bottom of an ATG squat. Then you'll move into the top of a push-up. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to back up just so I'm in the screen. You'll hold this position for 10, and then you'll hold the bottom for 10. So you're down like so. When you come out of it, simply go back into your full squat. And then when you've completed that, you'll then do a right leg forward lunge hold for 10 seconds. So that's the warm-up flow. It's actually fairly good at getting our bodies activated. I think it's helping warm me up. Okay, now we're going to do kind of a combo of agility in a resistance circuit. So it's going to be 2 circuits of 10 repetitions each of our main set. And those I'll do a couple quick reps on for you. We start off with the med ball push-up. This is tough, so you can do it either on your feet or your knees. You simply take your med ball and get a position of support with the hands to then work on your close contact strength. And so what that looks like is kind of like this. And it's pretty tough. I'm using a little bit wider foot position, but you can also use the knees. That's fine as well. I think you'll enjoy that move. It's pretty creative. Okay, next up we have, let me get a little closer so I can read this, these sandbag alternating split stance jumps or alternating split jumps. So how they work, you can hold your sandbag any way you want. You can use a front hold. I'm actually going to use a back support for this one just for kicks. And basically, for this exercise, you don't want to have the longest lunge step, just keep it reasonable. And then simply go into the split stance and alternate to jump out of it. So that's how this one is performed. And also a wonderful move. Now, coming up next, we've got the body weight row. For the body weight row, a couple ways you can do it. I'm going to show you the easy way for me because I have this Smith machine with an adjustable bar, and I realize not many people have it, but simply use a shoulder width or slightly wider grip, and then stiffen or plank out the body with the bar maybe under the navel or the rib cage, and then you're performing your rows. Again, that's 10 reps. We're doing 2 circuits of everything thusly. Now, Another option that you can do, and we've done this before, is you can use your pull-up bar and simply take a bench or a chair to put your legs on, as long as it's safe. And another way to do this, body weight row, is to use your strap, and you can hold your handles. You can even do kind of a through loop hold. So now that I attach myself, I may as well demonstrate a rep or two. I'm just going to have to watch out that I don't bang my head. I'll turn around the other way. And so that one is going to look like this. Really the same effect. Feels great. And I apologize for turning my back on you. I'm using a shotgun mic today, so hopefully you got that, and thanks for bearing with me. Okay, now that I'm closer and I can actually read, we're going to finish up with, oh no, it's 2 more exercises. We're going to do the dumbbell jump squats. And so pick a fairly light dumbbell, light to moderate, and you're not really trying to hit your head on the ceiling. Just kind of stiffen up the body, assume a squat, and then jump out of it. So that's really nice work on our anti-gravity strength. Whew. Now the final one. That is the basic kettlebell swing. So simply get into that kind of hinge-oriented posture that we've been working on and work on your kettlebell swing. You can use a fairly heavy kettlebell for this exercise. Once you've got the technique down, it's fairly back-friendly. Then we'll finish out, as we have been doing in our A series all month, with the strap stretches. And so use your nylon strap and then do the stretches for the straight leg raise, the knee flexion extension, the calf pump, and the prone quad. Great way to come out of this workout. And what you'll notice, or what you'll have for a goal this week, is try to really build that ownership of position and posture. So no matter what shape you assume with your body, make sure you feel confident in it. And an onlooker would say, ah, as opposed to, we've heard that joke before. In fact, I forgot one of my jokes I wanted to tell you. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I don't know if many people will get that depending upon your age, but you can certainly Google that. Okay, let's move on, you're probably saying please, to workout B1. So workout B1, we're going to activate the body with just 2 exercises, 20 times each, using the elastic tubing. So use a low anchor, just anything that's sturdy, put it on the ground. And here's the first move. We're going to call this the crunch with the stiff arm pull down or overhead pull down. So it looks like this. Pull over, I should call that, sorry. So I'm going to go back and get my handles, and then kind of scrunch forward a little bit. And then here's the exercise. Pull over and crunch up. It helps if you exhale as you're compressing upwards. That'll come naturally for you. Now the next one, it's kind of a combination of a squat with an overhead raise. We're going to combine the ascent, or the ascension of the squat, with an expansion of the arms. And so that's what that will look like. Simply get a little tension on your band, get into your squat position, and then come up and out like so. And again, I think you'll find that 20 of these is quite zesty. One of my favorite exercise descriptors. Okay, moving into the main set for workout B1. This is the carry series, or I might call it Carry Palooza. And we've got a bunch of great moves. So first of all, we've got the farmer's walk. And so farmer's walk, just imagine carrying buckets or something like that. Use buckets or cinder blocks if that's what you have. You're going to take the heaviest weight that you can manage comfortably, that you have available, for 100 feet. So I'm just going to come in, I'll get my biggest dumbbells, and then I'll walk somewhere 50 feet. It doesn't matter if it's a figure 8 pattern. And then I'll go back, and that's going to be my farmer's walk. Then, after I catch my breath, I'll go to the suitcase carry. So the suitcase carry is just unilateral, and you want to really maintain that good core stability. Don't put your arm on your leg because that's cheating. Keep it out to the side and get all the benefits of this glorious movement. So again, that's suitcase carry, as heavy as you can stand. Now we've got the side rack position. So you're just going to use a rack position with one arm. So that's, anytime you call it one arm, it's unilateral. So I'll bring the kettlebell in this case, but you can use a dumbbell up to here. And I like to keep it off the body because it makes it more challenging. And so now I'm going to walk in this manner, and I'll do 50 feet with my left and then gather myself and do 50 feet with the right. So that's the rack position carry. Then we've got the unilateral overhead position, and that one's a little tougher, so I'm going to use a lighter weight or demonstrate with a lighter weight. So what you'll do is you'll still use rack position, but you'll go ahead and lock it out overhead and then just try to walk tall as you're holding that. So that one also great. All these things are just massive for core stability, as you will feel. And then finally we get into a bilateral front carry. You can use anything. Use a pair of dumbbells, a barbell. I'll use the sandbag because it's here. And I'm just going to hold that position and see if I can walk my 100 feet. Of course, I only did about 4 feet in my demo, so don't judge me. Okay, you're going to finish this workout up with a run or bike option, and this is really a very compressed, properly performed high-intensity interval session because it's brief. And so you're going to do 2 minutes at level 1. That's our easy intensity of the 1, 2, 3 levels that we use here in the tribe. And then 6 minutes of 10 seconds pretty close to all out, as in level 3 plus. And then 50 seconds, level 1, really easy. That's called active recovery. So the goal here is to really go at it and then go easy and avoid that kind of, it doesn't look any different in between, gray, mushy, ugly stuff, but we don't want that. So hard, easy, make sure you kind of master that. And then 2 minutes at level 1 to cool down. You don't seek exhaustion. Walk away from this feeling energized and exhilarated, almost refreshed. And that's really a key. Okay, so that's workout B1, again, once or twice this week. And you can do, or you can think about trying to go hard and strong in everything that you're doing, whether it's the carries or those intervals, but be safe about it. Know your body, know your limits, use your personal maximums. Okay, finally, we've got workout B2, and that's only to be done once, possibly on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, if you have the time. Maybe you're going to think about burning off your turkey dinner, or maybe you're going to have super nachos like I think I might be having. So, start off with a hormesis shower. Love that word, hormesis. It basically just means a low dose response to a stimulus. And so, something that might kill us, which would be, being under the polar ice cap for minutes at a time, we don't need to do that. But instead, finish your shower pre-workout with a 2-minute cold rinse, or wherever you can stand. If you can only take it to cool and you can do it for 90 seconds, let's call that a win. But that's going to refresh you, exhilarate you. It also upregulates the immune system and activates the central nervous system. So then you're going to go on your 2-hour power hike or hike about. And why it gets the power is because every 10 minutes you do 10 squats and 10 push-ups. It's an amazing workout when you do the whole thing. Then finish with our other form of hormesis, which is going to be heat stress. So if you have access to a sauna or a hot tub or a hot bath or a hot shower, or even wearing a sweatsuit and sitting next to a wood stove or an electric heater, or even blasting the heat in your vehicle if you're driving back from somewhere, do that and let yourself get hot and sweat a bit, and then make sure you hydrate. But that's going to be wonderful for boosting the aerobic training effect of this session, as well as helping your body to be effective at combating inflammation. So just appreciate those things. That's really all I'm suggesting. So those are the workouts. I think you're going to have an absolute blast doing them. This week, the master class, we're going to hit it on Tuesday morning, and it's going to include a number of tips of how to adjust your lifestyle to the seasons, and that includes training, eating, sleeping, among other things. So probably enough from me. You guys are magnificent, and I really appreciate you. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and good luck with your training this week.